Yo, introduce yourself.
Hello there. Thank you for having me as your guest and for this awesome chance. So let me introduce myself. My name is Tahir Mahmoud. People often call me Burnout in my socials. I'm Egyptian. I live in Giza. I'm a high school student. I have almost 7 years of art experience. I have started my very first project when I was only 9 years old. I saw some Minecraft animations and always wondered how I could create them myself. I had much free time and downloaded Blender. I had no idea where to start from, so I started watching Minecraft animation tutorials. And to be honest, I have never completed a full animation project. However, I still got a decent amount of experience, which really helped me later on.
That's pretty awesome. So, like, what got you started into like making art? Because I know some people they have different pathways, whether they start 2D art or they really just jump into 3D art. Like, what got you into like making
For
art in
my
general?
case, I just started with 3D art. I just suck at creating 2D art. So in March 2019, last year, I was scrolling through my YouTube homepage and I saw a Fortnite Blender tutorial. As a Minecraft Blender artist, I found this as an important topic to discover and watch about. Months later, I was introduced to the Fortnite artist community, where I have met many people there, and for the most part, they helped me by giving tips, give criticism, and sometimes cooperating in projects. By September of the same year, I started creating YouTube thumbnails and got at it. That I started receiving a good amount of clients. In only 4 months, I had enough money to buy a new GTX 1660 gaming setup.
That's pretty awesome. That's like pretty dope. Like when it came to like just like Minecraft and then discovering the Fortnite Blender.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like super awesome.
So let me just divide it into parts. Before 2019, I used to live in a country that had a high cost of living. I did not worry about creating art because I had much more stuff to worry about. Until I traveled back to my home country, I started investing more time, creating video edits and messing around with Blender, and posted my first art in April 2019. After April 2019, I started. In this period, I have started creating Fortnite artwork. I have met many people. I have made new friends with other fellow artists in the community, and that leads us into today.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. So like, you already explained how you got into 3D art. Like that was just watching Fortnite
Yeah,
Blender
I was
tutorials.
just scrolling. It was a normal day. I was scrolling into my YouTube homepage. I saw this one tutorial video. I decided to watch it, and that's how I got into Fortnite artwork community or artist community.
That's pretty awesome. Let's talk about like how you transitioned as an artist. So like what do you like to get better at art? Like what do you do? Do you just like continue trying to work on different techniques that you're weak at? Like how does that happen?
So most of the time, I focus on getting better with dealing with clients. Uh, uh, can we crop this part?
Oh, yeah. Wait.
I just missed my text up.
Okay, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good when it comes to transitioning to artists. See, I'm saying dealing with clients and stuff like that.
Uh,
We'll go with the next question. Who inspired you to make art?
um, I would say many. I don't have a specific person. I would say people like Blazy, Hexa, and Lawayef Fortnite used to create such awesome artwork. Whenever I was unmotivated, I used to go back and check out the artwork again. I don't know, but for some reason, looking at the art helped me get motivated again.
That's super dope. Like having inspirations or people that you look up to, like that definitely helps you get into the mood of making art. Then that's super awesome. Um,
I sometimes I go and check the portfolios. I mean, they got some pretty solid artwork right there.
that's pretty awesome. So, what is the biggest misconception about an artist? I guess a lot of people feel like it's maybe too easy
So
or too hard. What?
okay, so coming to artists, to be specific, the specific designers. Um, Clients would mistake you as a logo designer when you create some traditional artwork. Like, seriously, I get loads of clients asking for an illustrated logo when my artwork has nothing to do with logos. Some cases includes web design and UI design. Most people think an artist could do any type of work, and that's wrong. Most designers focus on one or maybe two branches of 3D art. Some go even further, but at this point, it consumes much time. So I would say next time you visit a designer, make sure you pick the one that suits your need. So if you are looking for a 3D designer, don't go to a logo designer and stuff like that.
That makes sense because I feel like a lot of people feel like they have one set in mind and they're like, okay, I need this designer, but they pick the wrong designer. So that definitely gives
Yeah,
a lot
exactly,
more insight
exactly.
for
It
me.
happens a lot. Anyone can relate. Other designers can relate to this.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So if anybody's looking for an artist, make sure you're looking for the correct one. So that makes a lot of sense when it comes to that aspect. What are your thoughts about being more comfortable as being an artist? Like, how do you be more comfortable as an artist? I know it took time to be comfortable, but like, what does
Okay,
it take?
if someone wants to become an artist, he should get this a good amount of time. Uh, he should keep in mind that he's going to take some time watching tutorials and create the art piece. So if you are that kind of person who has no time or always busy, but you still like art, you can practice art during your free time. But I don't recommend taking it seriously. Because time is one of the most important elements being an artist. For me, I have a fixed time schedule that I am totally comfortable with. In terms of comfort, and this is for my fellow 3D artists, I recommend you guys to purchase a second monitor so you can work on one monitor and see a preview of your work on the second monitor. So designers don't have to switch windows every time they want to check their progress. It also helps in terms of accuracy.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, like also having like a different perspective. So like maybe one monitor could
But
be a
for
little
the
bit
most part,
brighter, and
most artists don't really need more than two monitors. So yeah, I get I get your idea, but you still have to watch a preview of your work so you know if you are doing right or maybe messing up some part. Maybe if you want to measure something with a ruler or guides, you should see a preview of your art so you can fix any mistakes regarding the distance or measurements or whatever.
yeah, definitely, yeah. Like I don't mind when you cut me off because you're like you're the professional when it comes to that aspect. So like I'm still learning about this world and stuff like that. So like I understand it. So I love it. So what are your thoughts on working with good and bad clients? What defines a good client and what defines a bad client?
So I have worked with a decent amount of clients from teams, organizations, known YouTubers and streamers. Many of them were kind actually, and seriously, I was never scammed once in my entire career. My prices were cheap, so most of the time they would pay their amount and add a tip. Once a YouTuber tipped me extra $15 when his YouTube video hit a million views. When it comes to the worst case I got, it was with a client who used to reply every 4 to 5 days. And after I was done, he thought it was for free, and he neither paid nor replied back. Some cases included people who wanted so many small details that no one cares or pay attention to. Like, imagine working on a project for 7 hours, and this guy wants you to add more clouds, maybe make the grass more dense after you have already done rendering the project. I mean, you have to still go back to your project and render it again for 2, maybe 3 hours. In my case, a client made me rework the entire piece because he felt the character in the background did not fit in the scene, and that's what make I mean that's what defines a good client and a bad client.
That's pretty awesome. Like, somebody who's a bad client is someone who's asking for way too much for the price is not even worth it. And then of course, like a good client is like they know what they want and it's really clear. So that
Yeah,
makes a
Traditional client could last for like 3 to 4 hours, but it depends on the client himself. If he was supportive, maybe helpful, giving you accurate details, you don't have to ask him every 3 minutes in a minor detail. You get me?
Hmm. Yeah, definitely understand that. Yeah, definitely. And then my last question is, do you have any like future goals for the next year?
So recently I have closed my commissions for two reasons. One is to improve my artwork and take it to the next level. The other is to focus more on my studies. In terms of art, I will study creating. I will start creating Call of Duty and Rainbow Six Siege art. Maybe some games that include the high polygon models. If I had time, I could start creating my own animations. I could also start learning how to sculpt and texture models myself because I am dependent on ready models from games like Fortnite and other games like Rainbow Six Siege. And yeah, that's it.
That's pretty dope. Yo, thank you for your time, man. I definitely had a good time with this podcast, and yeah, hopefully, like people can definitely reach out to you, and definitely want to be able to promote you on this podcast. But yeah, thank you for your time, man. I really do appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man, for this awesome opportunity. Um, I'll see you.
Yeah, thank you, man.